Alright, so the time right now is 10:03 p.m. and it's Friday, February 13th, 2026. As you guys can see, I got my starter kit, with, shitty door trash and crappy screwber, as usual with the low balls. Just balling with the low balls. Balling with the low balls. Straight shit. Like, what is this? I just don't understand. I did get done with it with an Amazon block not so long ago or whatever. I made a decent amount on that. It was pretty simple. It brought me actually out here to the College Park area. And then I'm in the College Park area right now. But yeah, my Amazon block brought me out here to the College Park area. So I just want to show you guys. Going to a different area does not help at all. Even though, yes, it is late again, I only drive usually at nighttime because the traffic in Atlanta, anybody from Atlanta knows that you do not drive during the daytime. That is the worst time to try to work. Like, if you are, imagine working in the daytime and thinking that you're going to make a good amount, and sometimes you might. Sometimes you actually might. Sometimes traffic might not be that bad, but rush hour and usually traffic is a lot worse during the daytime than it is at nighttime. But a lot of times you want to work during the daytime, just throw all that profit of like time and stuff like that. If you like to do time or whatever, stuff like that, throw that out the window. Like, your times are gonna be straight horrible. So if you're thinking that you're gonna make $25 an hour, cut that in half. You're only gonna make $13 an hour. That's how bad your times are usually gonna be during the daytime. Literally, straight. Who is going to do that, bro? This is what I'm talking about. Like, how do you split $2.50 between two customers? How do you do that? Please explain to me. How do you do that? Explain to me how. How? Each customer paid $1.25? Really? To go 10 miles, 11 miles actually. Who? Like, some of these low balls is crazy, bro. Like, straight up. Is this a dead end or what is this? Oh, actually, okay, we actually can't go back here. It's actually not a freaking street at all. We actually gotta turn around. That's crazy. Going on a street that thought it was a street, but it was actually a dead end. Yeah, who's about to do that, bro? Who's about to do that? Let me see. What is this? And this is why I don't be out here in the College Park area, because all they do is just straight lowball you, bro. Like, literally, like I said, this area is usually busy, but it's busy with just trash, like garbage, bro. Like, you have to get in order from out like the city to come out here or whatever. That's where they start to pay money. But once you get out here or whatever, like once you start out here, bro, it's straight garbage. And the people in Atlanta know that there are certain areas that are just straight garbage, bro. Like, it's just, man, all night, all day, all night, bro. Trash. Who's about to do this? Who's about to do that? Not me, buddy. Not me. Let's see, open you back up. Yeah, who's about to do that? Who? Please tell me who. I want to know. Trash. They keep on lowballing you with double people or whatever, bro. Garbage. And this is what I mean by, it doesn't matter what area you're in. You could try to transfer to a different area and think that you're going to do good. But, it seems that every area that you go to, it just gets worse. It doesn't matter what time of the day. It doesn't matter what city you're in or whatever. It just gets worse every time. Like I said, I just made a video about being in Buckhead. And literally, in Buckhead, it was one of the most prominent areas to be in that was close to the city. And then, if you wanted more prominent areas, you go to like Alpharetta and Roswell, Marietta a lot of the times, Kennesaw, because Kennesaw is full of college students, so they were always ordering, especially late at night. So those were like clutch orders for real. But all those areas just dried all up, bro. Like straight dried all up. Like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So this is what I see on my screen almost every day, and it gets so annoying. Whatever. Just trying to find where the money is. Show me the money. And they keep on hitting you with it, bro. And it's what I don't understand is, how do you put together two customers that still come up with a one-person price? You're literally serving two people for a one-person price. Literally, two people for a one-person price. That doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. That's garbage. Literally, that's what I don't understand. Like, so you're telling me two people, all these people that are sending out all these orders that are being sent out, you're telling me that every single one of them only combined paid enough to only pay for one person? Literally, and it's not, and a lot of times these orders don't even pay for one person, because if you do, if you're telling me two people combined only came up with $6.80 to still go 8 miles? What? You're still telling me that I'm gonna take a loss, a major loss somewhere? This is trash. For alcohol? No. What? That's a major loss. Like, you're still telling me that between two customers that came up with $6.80, and I still have to travel 8 miles, you're still telling me that that's a good price every time. You see, still two customers to still go far. And look at this, $8 to go 32 miles. Who is about to do that? Who is about to do that? On what gas? On what hope? What dream, buddy? What dream? I don't think even Martin Luther dreamed of that. That's crazy, bro. What is this? Trash. Throw it away. They bombard the hell out of you with these orders too. They want these orders to go out, but they're about to stay in. They're about to take a nap at the store. They're about to be taking a nice cold nap too. I'm sorry, but oh my God, brother. Yeah, I don't know whoever is serving the customers that's paying these prices and stuff like that. You know what? Bless you, because you are doing this country a favor. You're doing a great favor to taking a loss. You are a memorable citizen, and I wish you the best. But yeah, that's not for me at all. Yeah, because there's no way. Trash. Get off my screen. Oh my God, man. Yeah, like I said, whoever is serving these customers for these prices, I commend you, because you're doing something that I would not do at all for these prices at all. You are a soldier, especially if you're platinum. Oh man. Oh, you're in there. Oh, they got you by the bootstraps. Oh yeah, you picked yourself up by them bootstraps, buddy. Man, they got them bootstraps on you. Oh yeah, they got the overalls and the bootstraps on you. Oh yeah, you all the way up there to infinity and beyond. Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm not personally gonna do that at all. I'm not touching numbers like that at all. So I'm gonna leave this area, and I'm gonna find myself back into the city, because these orders are pretty shitty out here. So yeah, we're not gonna do that at all. I honestly hate being out here. The only times that you kind of make money is by, no, we're not gonna switch the zones right now. The only times you make money by coming out to College Park or East Point or whatever, which sometimes I do be making money out here, but that's only when I get an order from like the city bringing it out here to East Point or College Park or whatever. You don't make any money usually in the areas that don't have any money. You have to come from an area of money to make money in a city that seems to never have no money. It's crazy how it works like that, but that's how it works. Yeah, like I said, I just want to show that it doesn't matter what area that you're in. You can start in any area, and then it's just straight shit. I don't ever really go up to Alpharetta no more because that drive is way too far. And up north, I think I said this before, but up north, everything closes super early or whatever. So everything all your money is gonna have to be made in like the late afternoons and like the early evenings or whatever, and so like that, because stuff be closing crazy early out in the north area. So you gotta be crazy meticulous, and you gotta know what spots maybe have money, because I said even the most prominent areas are the worst paying areas of all times. So you gotta really hope. You gotta really clench your cheeks together and hope that you're gonna make some money. But if not, then you're gonna have to eat that loss of gas for real. Because like I said, the drive to Alpharetta is pretty far. 400 is kind of a fun highway to drive on, but it's just long, and yeah, it's just long. But yeah, like I said, you're gonna have to. These days, you have to hope you're gonna make some money, bro. Because other than that, you're just gonna be driving for the hell of it. Wasting gas, burning, tires off. Risking an accident. But yeah. So right now, I'm gonna go into the city, and hopefully, it's not too shitty out here. But it's definitely shitty out in College Park. And we're gonna go. It says that it's very busy, but very busy doesn't always mean very good. It means very busy and very shitty, as you guys can see, as you guys seen in the College Park area. It's very busy, but it's very shitty too. But that's usual for that area, so I'm not even surprised at that. Honestly, I'm really not even surprised. That area, like I said, has always been paying like that since I've been working on the crap apps. But yeah, like I said, it's always been like that. Usually in the southern areas, it's usually like that. It'll get sometimes a little bit better in certain southern cities or whatever out here in Atlanta, but certain cities, you know that you're not gonna make no money at all. Like you're not, yeah, you're not gonna make no money at all. You're better off holding your breath and seeing if you can beat the Guinness record of whoever can hold their breath the longest before you even see any money in the areas that don't have no money in the southern cities out here in Atlanta. Like you're better off doing that challenge of holding your breath. You'll probably win too. You'll probably win too. You'll probably set the new record before you see any money out here. You'll probably beat the Guinness record before you even see any money out here. That's how bad it is. So. Trash. Who's about to do that, buddy? Who's about to do that? Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna go to the city or whatever. I'm gonna see if there's any money out there, and I'll get back to you guys after that. Alright, the time right now is 12:06 a.m. and it's Saturday, February 14th, 2026. I just finished out a DoorDash order. And yet again, which is what I stated in my other videos, every time I have an issue with a customer, it always seems to be a woman. Every time. Every single time. It does not fail. Every time. Whether it's a woman that's getting mad at me for whatever reason, a woman that's yelling at me for whatever reason, a woman that's cussing at me for whatever reason, a woman that's just straight up impatient for whatever reason. Every time I have a problem with something doing with work, it never fails to be a woman. Like I said in my other video, it's not all women, But every time I have a problem like this, where, like I said, I'm being cussed out, the women are just straight up mad at me. By the time I even accept their order, I've literally accepted orders and the women have been getting on the phone with me to get upset and be yelling or whatever. Sometimes they be cussing or whatever. It's like that. I definitely decline their order and stuff like that for sure after the fact, and I report them for sure. And I've gotten a lot of people supposedly deactivated from using the app or whatever, but a lot of times they could just create a new account or whatever, so it doesn't really matter, I guess, to them. But literally, like I said before, I've literally had these instances where I'm just now picking up somebody's order and they're already on 10 with me. Like, I'm like, bro, I just got your order. Like, I don't know what you want from me, for real. Like I said, I've been cussed out, yelled at, freaking talked down to, for real. Like I don't even know. Like I said, it's been so many instances every time with women for some odd reason that I have issues when I get these orders. And like I said, it's never really the men. I've never been cussed out by the men. I've never been treated as less than or whatever by the men. I've never been freaking yelled at, like I said, cussed at. Like, it's always the women that's doing it. Like I said, it's not all women, but every time I have this problem, it is a woman. Like I said, this time it's an impatient woman that for some odd reason wants to think that I'm Speedy Gonzalez and I have 8 legs, 8 arms, and I could just shuffle through, do everything and get everything that this customer's asking for and stuff like that. I'm like, sometimes I just have to breathe and just remember that I'm doing a job to get paid. Sometimes that's what brings me back to reality of just knowing that I'm doing this job to get paid, and that's all. And I only had to do this job one time a lot of times, and I don't ever have to see this customer ever again, because that's usually how it works. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just, even though this customer annoyed the hell out of me, and a lot of times the customers, they don't show the women specifically that I have these problems with or whatever. For some odd reason, they don't show these characteristics until later in the order, where they're starting to become impatient with me or whatever and stuff like that. Like, like I said, I've even been, discriminated against because of my name being Abdul or whatever. Literally, there's been some women that, like I said, you just don't even know. Like I said, but those people, what's it called? I've reported them or whatever, and supposedly, DoorDash and or Uber has dealt with those people. So, like I said, I've had it on both apps, and like I said, it is just something to, like I said before, I wonder if there's anybody else that seems to have problems with only women supposedly on these apps, or just not just women on these apps, but just women in general. For some odd reason, like, women are, for some odd reason, the reason why a lot of your problems exist. For some odd reason, like, they fit the stereotype of just creating problems for whatever reason. I don't understand, out of nowhere. And then stereotypically becoming the victim when you try to voice your piece. I'm like, like I said, every time I do have these problems, for some odd reason, it is a woman. And I don't what's it called, like to fit stereotypes or all the rhetoric. I don't think that all women are problems. I don't want to feel that all women are problems and stuff like that. I don't think that all women are problems. Like I said, it's not all women. It is not all women. It is not all women. I just want to make that clear. It is not all women. But whenever I seem to have problems, it is a woman for some odd reason. Like I said, it's just crazy to me. like I said, I just wonder if there's anybody else that seems to have the same problem where, like, even if you're a woman, doing, DoorDash and Uber or whatever, work that you're doing or whatever, is a woman your common denominator of being an issue a lot of the times. As a man, like, that's seems to be my issue for some odd reason. It's just like, I don't know, I can't escape it. I'm like, bro, I don't understand. Like I said, I really don't. But that's just me ranting on, like I said, about the fact that every single time that this issue does come up, it always seems to fit the same rhetoric, the same stereotype every time. And it gets old or whatever, But yeah, right now I'm just dashing through the city or whatever to see if there's anything else to do. But I don't think that there is. I think everything dried up right now or whatever. Honestly, I think that everything is pretty much dead right now. Yeah, this is dead right here. We actually got to start a new dashing. Oh, they patched that hole in the road. That's nice to know. They actually care about our cars in Atlanta. They're doing something nice with the tax dollars finally. That's a nice vet. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but yeah, that vet is nice. It sounds nice as hell. Yeah, they're going crazy in there right now. Yeah, they know it sounds nice. But yeah, like I said, I'm just driving through the city right now to see if there's any other type of work to do, any other types of money or whatever. I'm probably not going to be driving for very long, because it usually dies down at this time, for whatever reason. So it'll just be me wasting gas if I do keep on driving. I'll just probably have to pick up later on and do Amazon or something like that, because I guess that's just what it is. But yeah, it looks like that's the only order that I got or whatever. I only got one good order or whatever, and then the order that I decided to get, I got a customer that yet again seems to be my common denominator problem, and it's, sometimes I do be praying, like, please God, please let this be a customer that does not, that just treats me right. Please God, that's all I'm asking you. Please God, I want to work with this customer, and I want this customer to work with me. That's all. So, but unfortunately, when I roll the dice, sometimes it doesn't always be like that, and sometimes it seems to be more than often. I don't understand what it is with those numbers. So I'm like, I don't do nothing besides try to help the customer get whatever they want, keep them updated, like how I say, and then I, for some reason, still get customers that just decide that, I guess, to treat you less than, and, to just, like I said, do whatever they want to do. And a lot of times, in my case, it seems to be a woman that's doing it. And I'm just like, man, I can't escape it. I can't escape it. Yeah, but like I said, it seems that there's not going to be any money out here anymore, as you guys can see. Don't care. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be any other money out here at all right now. It is super dead. Even though it says that it's busy, it's very busy. They be lying to you or whatever and saying that it's very busy, but it's not busy at all. As you guys can see, I'm waiting here or whatever, and they actually have peak pay going on, I guess. Yeah, $1 added to every order. And also, I haven't worked on Valentine's Day in a couple of years now due to the strike that we've been having as drivers. So this is actually the first Valentine's Day in the last, and I haven't worked on Valentine's Day since I think was like 2023 or something like that. And sometimes it's actually been involuntary that I haven't worked on Valentine's Day, because I'm usually doing literally something else. I'm having to do something else. Not that, you know, I don't want to work on Valentine's Day. It's because I've been having to do something else. So I couldn't work on Valentine's Day or whatever. It's probably gonna be the same thing, because the rates are horrible they're even worse on the holidays. They go straight to the garbage on the holidays for some odd reason. So you have to catch the rates at random times. So the holidays is for sure not the day to work. Maybe in certain markets or whatever. It used to be good out here in Atlanta years ago, but nowadays, like, you're looking for a needle in a haystack when you're looking for a good payday on the apps or whatever on the holidays. But also at the same time, not everybody has the same algorithm. Not everybody has the same offers on their screen. You know, not everybody, you know, gets the same equal, fair jobs or offers or whatever you want to call them. It's not an equal playing ground at all. You know, and it's been debunked multiple times that literally some people have put their phones right next to each other, where like two different phones or whatever, and the same offer is offered at a lower price on one phone, and then the same offer is offered at a higher price on another phone. The same offer, nothing changed at all, but the price is different for two different people. It's the gamification of the apps, and I think that from what I remember, I think it's illegal for them to do that. I think from what I remember, in the damn it, what was that law? It was the antitrust, or it was some type of law like that protects contractors and stuff like that, where like against like gamification and like different other types of stuff that are required for contractors to for it to be clearly outlined for like a contractor to do a job and stuff like that. But unfortunately, the apps get away with it because, you know, why not? You know, they're the higher power, I guess you want to, if you want to say that or whatever. You know, just like all the other, you know, stereotypical higher powers or whatever, you can get away with it as long as you have money, as long as you have power. You know, unfortunately, Uber and DoorDash are those higher powers. You know, and they can easily get away with it, even though it's unopened that they're doing these things. But you know, since that they're the higher power, you know, they can get away with it. You know, it doesn't really matter. You know, you just turn the other cheek. You know, like you turn the blind eye. I don't know. I don't see anything. You know, I don't see color, right? But you know, yeah, like I said. So right now, I'm just gonna double back and run through the city. It looks like I said, there's nothing going on literally at all right now. I don't know what is going on for real. Hold on, let's do like this here. Let's do like this here, right? Because like I said, I don't know what they got going on right here, right? It's nothing at all. And there's plenty of people out right now, I guess, there's I think some type of event going on, or whatever, something going on out here in Atlanta. So there's definitely plenty of people out here for there to be orders, and there's definitely people that's ordering stuff. What is this? Trash. Both orders go to the same customer. $15 for 6.8 miles. That's $2 a mile. So yeah, we'll take it. And it is going to the same customer. So yeah, we'll take it, bro. We'll take it. It's fine. Yeah. So, yeah, lied to me. They lied. Look at that. They lied to me. Or they did. You know what? Actually, no, they didn't. No, you know what? It is. It's because I didn't go into the exit that would take me to the place I need to go to. So it's because I was in the correct area. But it's cool. So we're gonna do like this. We're gonna do like this here. Start our trip to track our miles. And boom. So I'll catch you guys after that. Alright, so the time right now is 12:59 a.m. and it's still Saturday, February 14th, 2026. I almost forgot the year. And I just finished that double order that goes to the same customer. It was pretty easy, and they had the orders ready already. So that always makes my life super, super easy. Yeah, so let me see. I think where it's I'm outside the zone, but where exactly am I? Let me see. Let's end it. Go end that real quick, right? Start my date with a coupon to my face. I love Key Glock. But what's it called? Yeah, so we're in Druid Hills. There's nothing going on over there. So we have a choice to either go to Midtown or Buckhead. And I don't know, man. The rates are just straight shit, right? Rates are just straight shit right now. And I don't. Either one is just. It's just a joke. They're both jokes right now, bro. Like straight up, they're both jokes. I don't even know. So let's just make a decision. We're a little bit closer to Buckhead right now, because going down south to Midtown is actually going to take us to through Buckhead first, and then down to Midtown. That's how that kind of works. The area that I'm gonna be going down through is it's gonna take us by default down through Buckhead, and then to Midtown or whatever. And there's a Weymouth coming down the way. You know, these Waymos, I swear to God, they drive like freaking humans, bro. Like they drive like a standard Atlantean. Like they be flying through stuff, like going through the tightest corners. I swear to God, they drive like human beings, straight up. Like I'm like, whoa, these AIs are a little too advanced right now, bro. They're driving like a straight Atlanta. I'm gonna say an Atlanta N-word. I'm trying to refrain from using vulgar language like that. But yeah, they be driving like straight Atlanteans, bro. Like, if you know how an Atlantean drives, just know that these Waymos are doing the same thing with or without people in the car. Like, I swear to God, these AIs are getting a little dangerous right now. So if you get into a car with the AI and they're driving like a standard Atlantean, you know, in rush hour traffic or whatever and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, just pray that you come out in one piece every time you get into that car with a robot, you know. So it might be cheaper, it might be safer, but you know, like I said, just pray that you get outside that car, you get out the car in one piece, you know. So you know, every time, like I said, because I'm seeing these robots are driving a little too wild for me. Like I said, no, they're driving like the Uber drivers that you know you might lose your life with. Yeah, so I just want to voice that. But yeah, so right now I'm headed to Buckhead or whatever to see if there's, oh, you know what, I forgot to turn on this piece of trash. I haven't even made no money off of Scrooper at all. But hopefully we do get to make something. We've made so far $30. It's like 30, yeah, 30, yeah, $31 or something like that, maybe $32 or whatever, I think, off of DoorDash. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can make a little bit more money by doing a little bit more. Hopefully we can make a little bit more money, but like I said, I don't know for sure because, like I said, the rates are going to shit and there's not much out here at all anymore anyway, so I'm kind of at a loss almost, like, for whatever else is gonna go on. And trash right there. Yeah, no. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna have to wrap it up, Trojan. And we're gonna have to call it a night, possibly, because I'm not gonna keep on trying to look for better rates when they're giving me shit rates. I'm not gonna keep on doing that and keep on, cyclically driving in circles and looking like I'm insane or whatever, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if there is anything else out here within like the next hour, possibly. If there's nothing out here, within the next hour, then I'm wrapping it up, because like I said, people are at the clubs, everybody's out right now. It's been a while actually since I've seen everybody out in Atlanta, in the clubs or whatever, out eating or whatever, out partying for whatever reason. I never understood the whole thing of like partying every weekend. Like, I get it, it's the weekend, but the weekend is always going to come, so I don't know what it is, like, what there is to party for every weekend, because it's always going to be here. Out of the 7 days that we have, there's always going to be a Saturday and a Sunday. So, I don't know what it is to party for, seeing that the weekend is always going to be there, That's just my opinion. I don't go out to party or whatever and stuff like that, because I don't know, I don't see the whole thing about it. Plus, I don't like to be around a whole lot of people at the same time. But yeah, I don't understand like the whole partying on every Saturday, every Sunday, every Friday into Saturday, every Sunday into Monday or whatever. Like I said, every weekend. Like I said, every weekend there's going to be literally a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every day, every year. Because it's a part of our 7 days. So, like I said, I don't know what it is that we're partying for, as if Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only come around once a year. We have a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday 7 days a week, 365. The whole year we are gonna have a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, not exactly 365, because there's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday. But you know what I mean. Like, every year we're going to have, within the year, we're gonna have weeks where every week standard has a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday. So, like I said, sometimes I don't understand the whole point of partying, every Friday, every Saturday, every Sunday, or whatever. I don't know. But like I said, that's other people's lives. I'm not judging. Like I said, I'm just questioning it or whatever. I guess I want to say, like, every weekend, partying. Like I said, I just don't understand the concept of it. Like I said, we're partying because we're gonna see that, because there's gonna be another Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday next week. And then the week after that, there's gonna be another Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So like I said, I just don't understand. What that's about, I guess, in a way. There's gonna be another, like I said, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm just looking for the money, but I don't think that there is any money out here in Buckhead. So, I'm probably going to think that there is any money or whatever. And then from Buckhead we get to go down to Midtown or whatever. So yeah, we're not going to. Yeah, we're already in the Buckhead area, and they're saying that they're trying to give us $1 extra for peak pay, and they're saying it's very busy, but it's not busy at all. Like I said, they do this every holiday. It is early in the morning, but like I said, usually there'll be like hella orders or whatever. Due to it being the weekend, especially being the weekend, and then the fact that everybody, for some reason, everybody's out tonight or whatever. So that gives it more of an incentive that you're gonna actually make some money. Usually, and then again, it's the weekend in Atlanta, so you would think that you're gonna make some money, but nowadays, ever since, I don't even remember, man, like, for the last, every year it seemed to go down, like the rates seemed to go down and down and down, and the money seemed to become less and less, and the money was following the trend of like when we were getting like the stimulus checks, and oh wow, that person really made a left turn on red. That's crazy. But the money on DoorDash and Uber, all the money was following the same trend that the stimulus checks and the unemployment checks were following. So as unemployment and stimulus, but stimulus wasn't consistent or whatever. It was unemployment checks or whatever, and other weird checks like the PPP loans and stuff like that. So as that money started to dry up, all the money within the apps and all that stuff started to dry up too. Like, yes, and like I said, I do understand we're in a recession. We've been in a recession, so yes, that money was supposed to be a cushion or a crutch, some type of injection to pretty much stimulate, the economy, to help it, keep spending the money, keep, the money in correlation or circulation, or whatever you want to call it. But I noticed that as that money started to die down, literally it started to show the true not the true value, because some things are still being overvalued, even though that there is no money to buy the things that are being overvalued. But some things are showing like their true what the true cost of whatever something is. There's another better word for it. Maybe you guys know what I'm trying to say, but like how you guys we're seeing trash offers right now or whatever. Like they're showing what people actually have, instead of all that money that was being injected and just falsely kind of masking what the economy was trying to show, like what the economy was trying to, what's the word I want to say, like what the economy was trying to falsely narrate, that everybody has money or whatever, when nobody really does have money, because that money was just thrown into the economy from the government or whatever. But that wasn't people's money. People weren't making that money. It was given to them or whatever. So, but the rates that we're showing now, or being shown now, is the money that people actually have, and it's showing that a lot of people don't have the money. Like I said, I think that people that are using the apps that don't have money, or don't have the accommodations to, like I said, tip the driver. Like I said, I do understand that, you pay a delivery fee. That is the standard fee to, acquire the service. And you did pay that fee. But at the same time, in order to get a driver to handle your order, it has to meet a certain threshold for that driver. Because, again, that driver has bills, certain things that they need or whatever, versus a robot that doesn't have any needs. So if there's robots that serve you in your area, in your city, be more than welcome to use that. But if they don't, then you're going to possibly ship out more money to provide convenience for the driver that's conveniently taking care of you. As long as they are taking care of you, I advocate for the fact that you should pay them accordingly since they took care of you. Because this is about convenience. Like I said before, this is not just on a need-to basis. This is about convenience. So, and when you think about convenience, you don't think cheap at all. Anything that's convenient is not cheap. So just remember that. That's why, the gas station price of food or the gas station price of whatever little trinkets that they have is way more expensive than your chain grocery store, because it's about convenience, or like the convenience store like CVS or Walgreens or, Rite Aid, but there is no more Rite Aids anymore, but, convenience stores like that, they're going to be way more expensive for the same products that you would get at your chain grocery store because they conveniently have what you're looking for that normally they would supply at the chain grocery stores. Like I said, you're gonna pay more for convenience, unfortunately. But like I said, it's just, sometimes it just comes down to the appreciation. But at the same time, it's like if you don't have the money to kind of do it, just don't do it at all. It saves you, the headache of spending the money or whatever, and having to think, oh, I don't have to tip or whatever and stuff like that. Like, just don't spend the money at all. Or better yet, don't set it up for delivery, set it up for pickup and head to pick up your own order. That will save you so much more headache and so many more extra fees that you don't have to pay, like the delivery fees and the tips and stuff like that, or whatever. You're still gonna have to pay, the app fees or whatever and stuff like that. But it'll save you so much, money if you decide to pick up your own order instead of getting it delivered. You get to bypass that delivery fee. You get to pick up your own order. So you just place your order like regular and pick it up yourself. It'll help out, like I said, finance-wise, where you don't have to pay so much money. You don't have to worry about tipping your driver. But that's just my personal opinion. I genuinely think that people that take care of you, they should be taken care of as well. So I like to use that logic whenever I think about, in business or, family, all that. The people that take care of you, you should take care of them as well. So as a customer, if the business that you use is taking care of you, take care of the business by, like I said, showing some gratitude by giving gratuity, giving a good review or something like that, trying to make that business lives a little bit easier by, being a nice customer, because unfortunately it's hard to find nice customers a lot of the times, so like I said, it's just take care of the people that take care of you, like how I've been saying, as a driver for other drivers, to take care of the people that you serve, like serve the people that you actually choose to serve, so don't half-ass the job. Make sure your customers just take care of, just like how, I do that with all my customers. I make sure that, they know what all is going on with their order. They're up to date with, something, especially like if there's a shop order or whatever, I need to shop for stuff and stuff is unavailable. I'll let my customer know. We could work together if my customer wants to work together with me to figure out what other items that they want, or if they, want to have their stuff refunded or whatever, just help your customer, take care of your customer. Especially if you're working for a price where it shows that they're taking care of you, take care of your customer. It's really simple. Like I said, take care of the people that take care of you. But that's just my, I guess, gripe or whatever. I guess I want to say that's my 2 cents, my opinion on just how things should kind of work out. It's kind of hard to find mutuality harder and harder to find those kinds of people that, you know, appreciate each other, you know, show kindness, show gratitude. You know, it's actually becoming a rare breed almost. You know, like I said, just take care of the people that take care of you. But yeah, that's all I guess I have to say. I'm probably not going to drive anymore